Class, I wanted to spend just a couple of minutes with you to talk a little bit about how I grade so that you have an understanding of the expectation as you are submitting your work. I want to talk a little bit about an assignment for a previous section of this class. It's the first assignment, and I'm going to walk through just so that you can see where to go to get some feedback on the papers. So I actually do this in three ways. First, as I'm reading the paper, I will put commentary on the side for you so that you can see the feedback and so that you can use that for any corrections for future submissions. So, if you recall in looking at the other videos, I talked specifically about the format, and so I do put commentary. Most of the time, it's commentary about the format on the paper. So, for example, there's a running head here and a header, and an APA 7th edition style. There is no running head or a header. So I point that out in the feedback here. And so as I go through the paper, I will highlight and I will make commentary about the things that you need to have in your paper to meet the formatting requirements. Excuse me. I read through the paper. I look very closely at the format. And the other thing that I do look at specifically, and I'm going to point this out for you as well, is I go to the reference page to make sure that the references that are submitted are in APA 7th edition formatting, and that you have captured all of the um, references that you are going to use as citations in the body of the work. So this first blush of feedback is found actually in the paper, and you can see the feedback, and I'd encourage you to take a look at that feedback. You'll also notice that when I'm looking at the rubric, I have the opportunity to share feedback overall about the paper, and I typically will put that here, and that is more specific to the content of the paper and what you're writing. So, two pieces. One, feedback in the paper. Typically, I use that as a way to make sure that I address any formatting issues. The overall commentary, I also use that as a way to provide feedback, primarily about the content of the paper that you're writing. I'll make some comments about what you've submitted. And then in the actual rubric itself, which we don't have shown on this page, I will use the rubric to also make comments. So if there are any points deducted, I will typically give you some feedback in the comment section of the rubric so that you can see that feedback as well. Again, as you navigate through the course and you are looking to make improvements as you go through each week and make your submissions, I would strongly urge you to look at the feedback, to read what I'm sharing with you, and to make improvements on your future submissions. And as always, feel free to reach out to me if you have questions about any of the assignments. So again, I hope you will be able to use this information as you navigate the course and work to complete the submissions and papers, application, your analysis, as well as your discussion board.